Hello, everybody. Welcome to Drive Thru. I'm your host, Tony T. As we broadcast live here on Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Plays YouTube channel and throughout social media. We will get you out of here well before the top of the hour. Give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime game, and that's what we do here on the Drive Thru Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. It's our live free sports picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later. Deliver those winners, professional handicappers over Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Plays. Let's take a peek at who's on the show with us here for today. All right, with us, we've got Tony Brown with us, Alex Smart, Ron Zawacky, Wayne Scott, and Jay Briggs. Here's how they'll line up for this evening. Smart, Brown, Briggs, Scott, Zawacky, and I will close this one out. All right, on the board tonight, we got 4 from the NBA. We do have a bowl game tonight. About 11 on the ice as well. College basketball as well. Big card. So let's get this show underway. Let's go welcome in Alex Smart. Catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. We'll bring Alex in right now. NHL coverage to start the show. Alex, what's happening?
Hey, Tony. How you doing? We're going to go with some hockey tonight. We're going to go with the total. Flyers in New Jersey. Flyers own a top-tier D. I mean, it just came out of nowhere. I don't really think we expected them to be this strong defensively this year. And that is evident by allowing only 2.63 goals per game on the season, which is the 7th best in the entire NHL. And over the last 10 trips to the Golden Pond, they've only allowed 3.19 goals against average per 60 minutes, which is actually 2 goals per game average. And that's pretty good stuff. And, considering the Devils have not scored consistently of late, putting up more than 2 goals in just 2 of their last 6 trips to the ice, I can see them struggling again tonight, not putting up a lot of goals against a team that's going to make sure that they clamp down. They're also in a revenge situation here. They lost to the Devils earlier this season, and quite recently, the Flyers are 8-2 under revenging a loss versus an opponent as a favorite this season, and with a combined average of 5.6 goals per game going on the board. Like I said, the Flyers lost 4-3 to New Jersey earlier this year. And Philadelphia is 10-1 under in road games when playing with 2 days rest. So they're well rested here and look like they're going to be ready and have the legs to really clamp down on the Devils. The Devils can be explosive. So, I mean, no matter how much they're struggling, Philadelphia will be well aware of that. And the Flyers are 5-0 under in road games against subpar defensive teams, which will say the Devils are, since they allow more than 3 goals per game. And just with an average of 3.6 goals per game against teams like that. So, it doesn't really matter how bad defensively you are. The Flyers are sticking to the game plan, playing tough defense. Overall, they've stayed under 11-16 when playing against a team with a winning record like the Devils, with an average of 5.4 goals per game going on the board in those 16 tilts. I mean, we can go on and on here. It looks like we're trending towards an under, and it looks like the Flyers will be manifesting a low-scoring affair here tonight. It's all in their hands, it seems, because they're going to control the pace with physicality and top-tier defense.
All right, Alex, here on Flyers Devils under 6.5. If you ask me where the best spot for John Tortorella would be, it would be with Philadelphia because his type of rough style, loudmouth, foul-mouth style seems to work there in Philadelphia.
Yeah, he can pretty well. Well, he speaks his mind. There's no doubt about it. Yeah, and they accept him wholeheartedly in Philadelphia, and he's having quite an impression. I mean, defense wins Stanley Cups. Offenses, like the old saying goes, offenses will get you to a championship, but defenses will win them. So you got to look. You got to look really. Look at Flyers with a lot of respect right now. It's a long season, so we'll see where it goes. But right now, a lot of respect for Tortorella and his team.
Do we see the defenders fall on the ice to block pucks? That's gone out of style, hasn't it?
Wow, yeah. In the regular season, that's throwing me off completely. I'm surprised. Usually his teams aren't like that. So, everyone's, seeing accolades, but he's had so many teams and so many different experiences that he can put together. He's probably figured out something that works maybe now.
Yeah, well, he's bought the right city where he can, where he can use his abrasive style. I mean, that's a perfect. Don't go to Columbus. go to places like Philadelphia, city of brotherly love. That's where that style is going to work. That it has so far, keeping the defense going here. Flyers here and Devils under 6.5. This one has started here at the top of the hour. All right, Alex, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs for tonight's action. Now, we do have a big hockey card tonight, 4 from the NBA, bowl games as well. Lots of college hoops as well. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Well, we've got some top-tier NBA action on for tonight, total, and we have that one bowl game with with who are those teams again?
Marshall
Anyway,
and UTSA.
yeah, UTSA. UTSA. Right, I shouldn't be so abrasive. UTSA had a great season, and Marshall has a long pedigree of good bowl appearances. So anyway, we'll see what happens tonight. I do have the side on that one, and I'll explain it all out in my write up. Join me. Let's make some money, and going forward, I'll have a lot more college football action from the bowl agenda over the next month.
That's right, guys. Get on board here with Alex Smart over at Pick Dogs Premium. Get on board with the long-term passes. He's got the Boca Raton Bowl up there for you right now. Also, NBA late steam. A lot of action here from Alex. Long-term passes are the best way to go now with all these sports overlapping. You got NFL, college football, college hoops, NBA. Of course, the 1 month pass will get you all the bowl season and the championship game, and into the wild card round of the NFL playoffs. That's right, we're getting that close now. All right, Alex, as always, great having you show. Have yourself a great evening. We'll catch up with you again in a couple days.
Take care, Tony. Bye-bye.
You as well. Alex Smart here on the Drive To. Let's continue on up next. We're heading up to Las Vegas, Nevada, title town for the Vegas Knights. We'll bring in Tony Brown, catch him over at Pick Dogs. We'll bring in Tony Brown. Right, man, Tony Brown is having the NFL season, a great NFL year for Tony Brown. Also, as you know, always great in the NHL. Tony Brown, what's happening?
What's going on, man? When you mention Title Town, you can't forget the Aces because we're two times with those girls.
Yeah. That's right, Aces.
Yeah, the Aces and Vegas Knights. This is truly Title Town USA now, and we got more to come. So hopefully that all works out with the Raiders and our new baseball team.
Absolutely. Well, you're running NFL. Did you run any NFL contests in Vegas this year?
Yeah, I'm in a couple of them. I didn't get in the Circa $1 Million one. I should have, but I'm in a couple of the station ones, and I'm doing absolutely great. As you can see by the numbers on the site, we're number one in the NFL, and we went 3-0 this weekend, plus the Monday night game. It's just been a dream season for me in the NFL. It's kind of starting to look like my hockey.
Yeah, that's the Survivor. Is there a Survivor contest at stations as well? I thought they had one.
Yeah, I mean, they're all basically like that. It's just not called the Survivor, but it's the same thing, and it's for prize, a big cash prize.
All right, so Tony Brown in the money there.
Yes, sir. Yes,
any
sir.
hedging, looking for any equity? You know, that's been the big talk now with all these price packs, with all the money high. Some of these people, especially the poker players, wanting to buy a piece of your ticket.
Right. No, seriously, like they even have websites now where you can sell like portions of your ticket, or like if you haven't completely cashed and stuff like that. It's crazy. I don't get into all that stuff though. I'm a pretty private guy. This is about as public as I get doing this show.
Absolutely. Tony Brown keeps himself private. That's the best way to do it. Because if you're too public, then people come up looking for money from you. Trust me, I know.
Right. I mean, you know how it goes when you win the lottery. Everyone around you like, we won, we did it. It's a lot of we's, but then when you're going through bad times, they're like, good luck. So
that's
I just tend to take to myself for the good and the bad. Yeah.
I agree with you there. We're not doing King Shark with Tony Brown today. We're going to be doing Tony Brown, a lot of hockey, the way he's been running. It's always, I've got to switch your card over here to the NBA tonight, because we're going to be looking at NBA, the return of John Moranta. Maybe they're saying limited minutes. We'll see how that rolls here tonight as they take on the Pelicans in this action here for tonight. We'll get the card up here and get you all the numbers here. We got the NBA here for Tony Brown tonight. All right, Tony, we got the Pels laying 7, total 229.
Yeah, I like this game for several different reasons. I know John Morant's coming back, but he's coming back for the very, very first game. So even if he plays, it's going to be on a minutes restriction, and I mean a severe minutes restriction. He hasn't played any NBA basketball. You can train all you want, stay in shape, but NBA minutes on the court, running up and down and stuff, it's a whole different animal. So we'll see John Morant in limited capacity, or even if he was in there, he's one of those razzle-dazzle type of players where he'll drop 40 points, but it's going to take 39 shots or whatnot. So I'm really not too worried about him coming back. And overall, other than that, Memphis is just a bad team. They're currently on a 6-game losing streak. 5 of those have come against the spread, 0-6 straight up and 0-5 against the spread. And they're on the road now, traveling to a Pelican team that's been absolutely lights out in their own building, and carry a 5-game winning streak against the spread into this matchup. So, I mean, the games, they're not played on paper or we all be rich, but sometimes the stats, you just can't ignore them. And this is one of those times. I like the Pelicans to roll over the Grizzlies at home, and -7, we're going to lay it as they'll probably win this one by double digits or more.
Yeah, Tony Brown here on the Pelicans laying the 7 here. Morant, of course, maybe limited minutes. We talked about this Grizzlies team, how weak they are off the bench. I mean, when you got all these cluster injuries. Also, keep an eye here to whether or not one late report here is Zion has hit the injury report, questionable here, Tony Brown, with illness.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not being funny or anything, but Jalen Hurts had the illness. It sounded like Alex had a little bit of a cold. I got my hoodie on. I'm starting to come down. It's some bugs going around in the world or whatever, but he's a pro athlete. I think he'll get through it, just like Jalen Hurts. They didn't get the win, but he definitely got the start last night and played well. Zion's a huge guy, and that's not like figuratively. I mean, literally, he's a huge guy. So I think he'll be able to shake off a cold, hopefully.
Yeah, we'll say it is. This is time of the year. This is flu season right now. We're right in the middle of flu season, so you're going to start getting these type of illnesses. Some players can play through it. Some players can't. I think they're the rock star that couldn't perform the other night, as I saw on Twitter. So it can happen to a lot of folks here. But again, the weakness off the bench, Tony Brown, from these Grizzlies, based on they got injuries, and then you're looking at Roddy, Aldama, Williams, Tillman, Gilliard off the bench. A real weak bench for this Grizzlies team.
Right. And then, like I said, they were out their superstar player with Morant. So not only the points, you just missed the leadership, all the bravado and stuff that your superstar player brings. He's a captain or not. They traded Dylan Brooks. He's having an absolute monster season over there at Houston. So, I mean, the Grizzlies are just a shell of themselves. They may be looking to break up and make it up and start it all over again, get rid of John Morant while he does have a little bit of value left. And, they got Bane over there, but it's just a one-man show, and then with nobody coming off the bench.
Oh, God.
Memphis is in bad shape right now.
Yeah, that bench is it. Marcus Smart, there was hopes he'd come back, but he's still out again today. That bench is just hopeless. Udoka and Brooks, match made in heaven in Houston.
Oh, man. I mean, it was weird circumstances how they both got there. Brooks coming from China after getting booted out of Memphis, talking all that crap with LeBron. Then Udoka with the marriage problems and all that. But, I mean, it works for the reasons that it worked, and they both there, and they're flourishing.
They certainly are. All right, Tony Brown here on the Pelicans here. Lay the 7 or lay the 8. We're seeing some line movement as we speak here, so maybe there's some news on Zion, or we'll see what it's coming. But seven's most places right now, by the way. Seven's in most places. We may see some late move here coming here on the Pel, so hurry up and get down on that 7. All right, Tony Brown, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs for tonight's action. Of course, we do have a lot. We said NBA on the board. Huge card from the ice, college hoops as well. We're going to head into the NFL here on Thursday night. It's going to be a big weekend in the NFL because they stretch it all the way up. A triple header on Monday, on Christmas Day. So Tony Brown, as we said, has been firing on all cylinders in the NFL. 1,731 units of profit, doing fantastic work. What do you have going over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, we got a lot of huge cards tonight, but we do a lot of quality over quantity. We only going with the best. So we have our one best play in the NBA, our best play in the NHL, and our best play in college hoops. You can get those individually, or you can get them with my 3-way 3-play and bang your bookie 3 times over.
That's right. Get on board here with Tony Brown over at Pick Dogs. Take a look at the numbers here from Tony Brown. Great work in the NFL, great work in the NHL. Of course, the long-term passes will serve you well. Tony Brown, I know we're in the middle of the huge seasons here, but you've got that one-year all-sports pass for some of those folks out there that are into it every day.
Right. Yeah, we're coming to the end of the NFL or whatnot, but, I mean, if you get the pass now, you get it all the way until next year. So it's a 365 days of play. It's not a season, so you're not worried about waiting to the season. You get NHL, you'll run right through the playoffs, MLB, NBA. There's no upselling to the package. You get every single play I release from every sport, playoffs, championship picks included, all for one low price. You pay one time, and you get my whole plays for the whole year. And like I said, this NFL season right now, you already would have paid for your package just with the units up in the NFL. And I'm talking a $100 player. Serious players are up so much money, it's ridiculous.
That's right, guys. 1-year all sports pass. Use promo code PICK. That's 15% off. A significant discount off that 1-year pass right now with Tony Brown with all these sports overlapping. All right, Tony, as always, great having your show. Continue that great success. Stay warm in Vegas as we're starting to feel winter out here. We'll catch up with you again in a couple days.
Yeah. I like the winter. It's cold, but it's not good for your health. So I got to stay cool out here, and I always appreciate being here, and I'll see you guys in a couple days.
See you in a couple of days. Tony Brown here on The Drive, dude. Let's continue here on the show. Let's go ahead and welcome in Jay Briggs. You can catch him over at Pick Dog Spring. We'll bring Jay in here in just a second. Set to roll with Jay. Jay, what's happening? Earth to Jay.
Tony, take my bad, man. My bad. How you doing?
I'm doing good. He's out there texting. He's out putting in some bets as we speak here. We saw the Pelicans line move, so I wonder what's happening there. So here we go with Jay tonight. We should have flipped the card here. Let's get the right game up for Jay, because we're going to be looking at this Portland Trailblazers game tonight with Jay. So we'll get this game here. Suns and Trailblazers going head to head here. We see the Suns favored 7.5 now. Total sits 230.5.
Yeah, we've seen some line movement in a couple games today. This one hasn't moved. This one's been pretty much 7.5 all day. I think we all understand and can agree that the Suns are the better team. Problem here is they're a good team. They're not a cover team. That's just short, sweet, simple. They're just not a cover team. And I'm not looking to lay 7.5 points with the Suns out on the road. It's not even a good spot for them. They're coming off a significant homestand. They just played 5 straight home games. Now they're out on the road laying 7.5. Yeah. They didn't even play that well in that homestand. Lost 3 of the 5. Portland, they're comfortable at home. They haven't really been playing well in their homestand either. But this is going to be their 5th home game in their last 6 games. Fairly comfortable at home. They've been competitive in a few of these games. I think we see them be competitive here tonight. Suns win it. Blazers cover. I think that's how this one shakes out. I'm not overcomplicating. I'm grabbing the points here with the Portland Trailblazers.
All right, Jay says go ahead and take the Trailblazers here, plus the 7.5 here against the Phoenix Suns. Beal still out, Lee out, Okuji out, Allen probable in this game. Sharp is the one that's questionable here for the Portland Trailblazers. But we're starting to see some of the Trailblazers players back in the lineup. We see Simons, we see Aiden. Hopefully Sharp can be in there. And what we've seen here over the past 5 games is an upswing offensively for this Trailblazers team, averaging 10 points overall, scoring, averaging 10 points greater than overall average over their past 5 games.
Yep, offense is picking up, and that's good for this team. Especially going up against the Suns team, who we think is offensive first anyway. The Suns defense, it's okay, but we don't think of defense when we think of Phoenix. I believe that the Portland Trailblazers can score enough points at home tonight to keep this game within the number. Is basically where I'm getting this from. We'll see if they can get it done. I feel much better if Shaedon Sharp was in there tonight. He can ignite point. But I still think with or without him, the Blazers can do enough at the crib.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. It's just this Trailblazers team, keep an eye on them. There's a lot of guards up there, a lot of scoring. I think the head coach there has a shot here to do some good things down the line with this Trailblazers team. Chauncey
Billups, yeah, first-year head coach, still kind of getting his legs up underneath him. His team, younger team, they got talent over there in Portland. They just have, A, been banged up, B, have not been able to kind of get the cohesiveness. But as I said on the gym session early this morning, I think we're starting to enter part 2 of the NBA season, meaning we're starting to see teams gel, we're starting to see bad teams be bad, and we're starting to see good teams start to emerge. Like the Clippers, we saw them struggle early. We see the win streak they're on. Milwaukee was really struggling against the number early this season. We're starting to see them and their cohesiveness kind of come together. It's on the reverse as well. And I think Portland is probably one of the bad teams that's been really bad that's going to get better as the season progresses, as they get more cohesiveness with their roster.
Yeah, they were also hit a little bit with injuries to start the season here. They're finally getting their guys back together, and you can start to see the offense come together. They got some exciting players, Jeremy Grant and forth there. Hope there's enough basketballs. Hope we don't get in that situation where there's too many scoring type of folks with that scoring mentality, not distributors.
Too many cooks in the kitchen, like Ruffalo says. I like that one when he says that one. That was what we were saying about the Clippers. Too many cooks in the kitchen, but Harden has kind of adjusted to his role over there. Kind of been the assist man. Seen him get busy last night. Vibes are kind of high in LA over there. We'll see if Portland. I'm not comparing them all the way to the Clippers, but I'm saying we'll see if the tide can turn for them as they start to get healthy.
Well, when you score 150, everybody eats, and they eat well when you score 150.
Right, everybody was in on the action when you score 150.
yeah. Too bad for Clippers. They don't play as bad defense as the Pacers do. Pacers kind of going. Well, we thought this would happen right after the peak there in that in-season tournament. It was kind of fade on these Pacers. We saw that straight up loss there against the Wizards.
The sad part is I didn't catch the memo, Tony. I haven't got off them boys yet, man. Yeah, them boys been a thorn in my side, man. I got to get off them. I said that this morning too. I got to get off the Pacers, man. Right now, they'll be back later on in the season, but like you said, right now the defense is a definite downfall. And when you can't get stops, you're not going to win games, and you're not going to cover games, even like we saw them do last night.
Yeah, they're down to a 500 team. Have a shot of going under 500 tomorrow if they lose their game. I think they have a tough opponent tomorrow. I was kind of already looking at tomorrow's card, but yeah, they could be going down to under 500 tomorrow. That's kind of strange.
And I got the Hornets tomorrow.
Okay, so they can get. Well, where's that? Is that Indiana?
In Indiana.
Okay,
yeah.
in Indiana. Yeah, I was going to say. So Hornets can be a little tricky.
10.5. That's a big boy number. I don't know.
That's a big one for a team. You know, when you have all offense, no defense. If the shots aren't falling like they haven't been, then they have trouble. If you're in the mid 40s, like they've been, like 46, 45% shooting, and you're giving up 52, you're going to be on the wrong side of games.
Yep. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. And you might be in trouble laying huge numbers like they are in that next one tomorrow. Oof. We'll see if I can finally get off of them tomorrow. We'll see.
Charlotte's always tough. Although at home, when they got their guys, they had a money line win for me not too long ago at home against somebody. But they can, if they're at home, I prefer to go with. But again, they don't have ball. But as long as Rozier, they got to have their guys Bridges, Rozier, and Hayward. And when those three are together and you're getting points at home, you can kind of go. I think they're okay to play when they're getting points with at least those three in the lineup.
Yeah. I'm with you. They're worth a look in that situation.
And we'll see what the injury situation looks tomorrow for them. Jay here on Trailblazers plus 7.5 here against the Suns. Tonight, 10 Eastern time on the package. All right, Jay, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs for tonight's action. Of course, 4 on the NBA tonight. Also, we got college hoops in action. That one bowl game. We talked a little bit about that UTSA game. My man Harris didn't take my advice. I mean, dude, you're not. You got to be in the Senior Bowl, brother. You're not one of those top. You're not one of those top quarterback candidates who can sit out bowl games. You just don't. You're just not there. So anyway, big NBA, great results from Jay in the NBA. 975 units of profit. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
I got a nice little card going on in the NBA tonight. I got 3 plays total, but I think only 2 for sale. I got my NBA play of the day, my favorite play in the NBA action tonight. You guys can scoop that up. I have a college hoops play. You guys can scoop that up. And my long-term folks, there's a hockey play in there for y'all tonight. In action on the ice. So, got 3 games tonight. Hop on something long-term. And let's continue making some money here at Pick Dogs. Pair me up 2-for-1 capper special as well with one of the great guys here on the show.
That's right, guys. Get up over with Jay Briggs over at Pick Dogs Premium. Having a great NBA season. As you can tell, there's lots of action in the NBA. Long-term passes. Remember, we talked about that 1-month pass to get you all of Jay's premium plays for 30 days NBA. Remember, the Christmas Day NBA's in there as part of that 1-month pass. The NFL, first round of the NFL playoffs involved. The rest of the bowl games, including the national championship game, is yours when you get that 1-month pass. Jay, over the last 30 days, 785 units of profit, all sports combined. So doing great work there over on the side. All right, Jay, as always, great having you show. See that success. Got a lot going on over at Pick Dogs. We've got your live shows, and of course, your all access as well.
Yeah, man, I got a ton of stuff going on here at Pick Dogs. My jam session every day, morning show with Rufalo and Money Man Mitch. You can catch me really 3-4 days a week here with Tony T as well. And like Tony T just hinted at, man, my all access club is typically for my bigger bettors out there betting the NBA nightly. It's my rating system. If you want to join, the information is, I was going to say in the description below. It's not in this description below, but the number is 775-636-7674. Text that number. It's going to be my guy Costi. He's going to hook up with you, and we'll figure out a time to talk, figure out the package is for you. The guys that have been in the All Access Club are enjoying a really solid season. Just trying to keep the momentum rolling forward. Been a rough week this last week or so, but we're looking to bounce back. We're looking to start that tonight.
That's right. It's been so busy. It costs you, man. Got the guy working days nights. We can't even get him on the drive-through, man.
Yeah, my guy, he dipped on me, man. He out of town right now, but he's still working. So he's still working.
That's right. It's been Jay's have been cranking it. All right, Jay, have yourself a great evening, and we'll catch up with you again here on the show Thursday.
Yes, sir, Tony T. Appreciate you, my man, and I'll see you on Thursday.
See you on Thursday. Jay Briggs here on the drive-thru. Let's continue on here on the show. Let's bring in Wayne Scott. We'll catch him over at Pick Dog Stream. Wayne always ready to roll here on the show. Get him in. We got some NBA coverage coming in here from Wayne. I think ready to roll here in just a second. Once we get to his card here, as we get through the names of the cappers, we're to go with Wayne. Wayne, what's happening?
What's going on, Tony T? I'm on here. Got to do it from the phone today. My computer's decided to want to update on me right now. So.
Oh yeah. I know what that's like. Fortunately, I've not had that at this hour. It would be a disaster if that happened. But and just as we say this, it probably will happen tomorrow. So that's usually how it rolls. But anyway, we go to the board tonight with the Spurs and Bucks. We see the Bucks and Milena bundle here, 16.5 total. Look at this total, 249.5.
Yes, sir. No Wembyana. I do think it's reflected in the line. Spurs, not much to be happy about, man. 4-21 on the season, 2-9 on the road. Just got beat down by the Pelicans. But before that, they played the Lakers, and they played pretty good in that situation. They played the Lakers twice, and they actually got the win in one of those. And they actually been competing some, and I don't have a problem with them. Defensively, they're getting after defensively. Their problem is on offense. And this lineup that they have tonight, they've been playing together. Wemby is the new guy in this lineup, so adding Collins to this lineup got busy pretty much last year. Bench, not too great, but I just think this is way too many points for the Milwaukee. Milwaukee has been playing good. Milwaukee just beat the Rockets. They're on a 4-game winning streak, and they're on a 7-game homestand, and this will be their 8th one. Sometimes they play down to their competition, and this Milwaukee defense, their defense is 23rd, so we all know Milwaukee is not playing that good of defense, and their defense gets worse while they're at home, too. So it's just a game where we're getting too much points, little line overreaction with Wemby. And we got a Spurs team who's familiar with each other, so I wouldn't be surprised if we got an uptick in this offensive number with these guys playing together in this one. So give me the Spurs plus the points.
All right, Wayne says go Spurs plus the 16.5. Looking for an uptick in the numbers here with no Wemby on the lineup. These guys have played together last year as well as going against a Bucks team. Coaching change, the defense not there. We saw that defense really wore down here against Indiana Pacers in that semifinal. It was the semis there in the in-season tournament. We've seen it all season long where the Bucks have had trouble covering because the defense isn't there. Wayne just told you how poor the defense has been. But, that's one thing to note here with these Spurs. You're not dealing like you did last year with those cluster injuries, right? You just have one guy out. So you're going to get Trey Jones. Awesome. McDermott can make the threes coming off the bench.
Yes, sir. They do got a little bit better bench than people think. Some veterans coming out that bench. But I like Sohan, man. I like that he's back at the power forward, be able to cause some troubles with cause some trouble for Milwaukee and for Ante Antetokounmpo. And this team on equal rest, they're not that good, man, because they're an older team. So when they get a younger team in there, San Antonio 7-11 on equal rest, while Milwaukee only 4-9 on equal rest. So I look for them to have a little advantage in that spot. And like you said, man, this bench is not bad for the Spurs. Come off, they can hit the three, and they can get it going. 16.5 points is a tough ask for them to cover, even against a bad team.
Yeah, that's a lot of points there with Wayne here. Taking the 16.5 here with the San Antonio Spurs in their game here against the in this one tonight against the Milwaukee. This game is not covered on the show tonight, so we'll cover it here with Wayne. That does a rundown for us here on a Tuesday. Celtics and Warriors going head-to-head here. We see the Celtics sitting at 5. We saw 5.5. I think I saw 6 early this morning. The total sitting 234.5.
Yeah, man, this is a tough one for me, but I will have to take Boston, man, just with the way they've been playing. They just smacked the Magic. Yeah, we know Boston don't play as good as a road, and they haven't been doing good on the road as a favorite. But neither have the Warriors. They haven't been playing well even before Draymond. It's just a lot of issues with this team, a team that we're used to seeing in the top of the scoring, top of the pace, just not playing fast, not scoring a lot, and they were already up and down on the defensive end. So when they don't have that high-power, octane scoring, it's hard for me to take them, even getting points at home. I might have to watch this one, but if you put me on the spot with this one, I'm definitely have to take Boston minus that 5.
All right, there you go with Wayne there. We get bonus coverage from Wayne here. We're going to have the NBA covered for you. We got them all covered for you right now as Wayne gave you that look on the Celtics Warriors, and he liked the Spurs here at plus the 6.5 tonight in the game. All right, Wayne, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs for tonight's action. Of course, we have NBA, we have NHL, we have a lot of college hoops on the board as well. That one bowl game. What do you have going over at Pick Dogs Premium?
I actually got a lot going on over there tonight. I had a 5-pack in college basketball, and I have 2 NBAs. I got my best bet in the NBA. So if you want something larger, you can get on that 5-pack, or if you want my best bet in the NBA, you can grab that, or you can get all those plays by grabbing something long-term, the 3-day, 7-day, or monthly. And as Jay and all these guys say, that 2-for-1 handicap or 3-for-1, put us together. 2 heads are always better than 1, and we can get this cash for you.
That's right, guys. Get on board with the Wayne Scott over at Pick Dogs Premium. Get the long-term passes. Great right now with the sports overlapping. 2-for-1 cap promotion. Of course, remember the promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save your 15% off. Get the long-term passes here from Wayne Scott. All right, Wayne, as always, great having you show. Have yourself a great evening. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow. But, of course, you are also part of the video team over at Pick Dogs with your boxing video series.
Yes, sir. We got a big heavyweight bout coming up with my guy Parker and Wilder and Wallen and AJ. So hopefully I'll have that broken down for you guys on the site, and we can get that up for you soon.
That's right, guys. So make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications so when Wayne drops those boxing videos, you'll get them in real time. Also, you'll get Wayne here on the drive-thru Tuesday through Thursday, covering the NBA games that aren't covered by the cappers on the show, and also to catch him on the weekends as the regular guest on the Roundtable Sunday, and you catch him on Saturday. All right, Wayne, have yourself a great evening, and we'll catch up with you again tomorrow.
All right. Appreciate it, Tony T. Take care. Take care out there, Pick Dog family.
You got Wayne Scott here on the drive. So let's continue on. Just shout out people on the chat today. Jamal Williams, shout out to you there. Young Chad as well. Jay Bala. Shout out Latifa. Latifa in the chat room. Peter Coppola likes this UTSA. Not covering that one on the show today. But, yeah, hard to argue that when you look at Pennington's stats, man. No touchdowns, 6 interceptions, poor yards per pass attempt. Again, really scratching my head over Frank Harris's decision possibly not to play. I think you got to get in the Senior Bowl. Or at least the East-West Shrine game, because not one of those top prospects in the bowls that can just skip a bowl game. I don't think that you're at that level. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-through. Let's see here. We're going to go ahead and welcome in next to Rod Zawacky. Catch him over at Pick Dogs Room. We'll bring in Rod here in just a second here. As we go through, we'll get some NHL coverage. We'll always get the bonuses from Rod. Of course, we do on Tuesday. We take a look at some of the NFL lines coming up as well with Rod. Let's bring Rod in right now. I think we're set to go here in just a second. Rod, what's happening?
Not too much, Tony. Definitely watched some early hoops and got myself a nice win in that one with Sanford. Or Valpo in that one. So yeah, Sanford got themselves a nice road win over Valpo in that one. So want to know to start the day. Liking it.
Yeah.
And, loaded action today. I got so much action today. Holy man. Love today's card. Just started pounding plays and was like, ooh, I like that one. Ooh, I like that one. Ooh, I like that one too.
Valpo really not, that's a program that's really hitting the wrong direction. And when I saw that, I said, what, Valpo's a home dog by this against Sanford? But then you look closely, Valpo 317th in the country. They made that schedule. Remember, they moved over to the Horizon League. I don't think the Horizon League would give them trouble. I don't think I'm sorry, not the Horizon League, the Missouri Valley Conference, which had a lot of teams move out of that conference. So they've bounced around conferences, but yeah, they've really had struggles this year.
And struggled big time, Valpo. I tried to get on mine. That's what I looked at first, and then I was like, you know what? I think they're going to get beat up here bad. I go Sanford in this one. So I talked myself into Sanford. I was looking at that one early, and I was actually looking at Valpo. I was like, that's a lot of points at home for Valpo. Usually they're a scrappy bunch. And then I started digging into the numbers and was like, yeah, that's not Sanford it is for me.
Yeah, Sanford now a 10-game win streak. They lost to Purdue, lost to VCU, but then they just been tearing up competition. Not the greatest. They beat Belmont by 6. A really good three-point shooting team. 40% from 3 for this year for Sanford.
for Sanford. Yeah, deep from the arc, they're just draining them. So if they get hot from that, you can just about beat anybody behind the arc. You get a hot team shooting from threes.
In the Southern Conference, so keep an eye on in conference play, the way they're shooting those threes. Although they're going to be tough. They got a game against Texas Southern on Thursday. Then they open January 3rd against Chattanooga. Of course, the Southern Conference features Furman, Mercer, Wofford, VMI, Western Carolina, East Tennessee State. Pretty good little competitive mid-major. Look for some
competitive conference.
Yeah. So keep an eye.
Teams, definitely competitive.
Keep an eye on Sanford.
That's where you find the best deals.
Yeah,
that's where you find
them. Yeah.
No, it's not in the key primetime matchups. It's these small, quiet little conferences back over here. Teams that you never hear of. The Woffords that you don't hear of stepping it up. The Hofstras, the Merrimacks of the league. That's where you make your money.
Yeah.
Furman.
The Furman Paladins are out there. Georgia Southern, and there's a lot of these Stetson, and a lot of these teams out there you keep an eye on.
Stetson's up tonight too.
Bellarmine. There we go. Stetson in action tonight. Some of the games out there tonight. A lot of the small conferences in action. UC Davis in there as well. Some of these Cal Baptist. That is the closest school to my residence is Cal Baptist. By the way, I'm probably a 15-minute drive.
Cal Baptist close to it.
Yeah. If I want to go see Western Kentucky, Cal Baptist. Actually it's raining today, but I could get there pretty quickly. But anyway, tonight's team next to me are the Kings, right? Boy, I had to sweat out that one Saturday. Boy, that delay a game. I was in a poker game, right? And I couldn't believe they gave up that delay a game. They gave up the time goal. Something they never do, Rod, and they win a shootout. I don't know how, I don't know where, but somehow they found a way to win a shootout. The worst team, I think, in the NHL in the shootout. I don't have the stats, but it just seems to me they can never win a shootout.
I think Tampa's just as bad in the shootout, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Tampa, as soon as Tampa hits overtime, forget it. Fade them quick, bet the other way in overtime. There's a couple teams, Kings are one of them. But they got the win in that one. I don't know about here, though.
Yeah, this is a big one. Kings going to land 262 on the road, total 6.5 against the Sharks.
And you look at this one for the Kings. We got a goalie making his first-time start. As you're going to have David Riddick getting the start here for the Kings in this one. He played with the Jets last season. Not a bad goalie. He's been in the AHL getting wins. 7-6 on the season in the AHL with a sub-3 with basically a 900 save percentage. With the Jets last season, he was 9-8 with a sub-3 and a 903 save percentage. So he's getting the start here for the Kings in this one. This is the first leg of the back-to-back for these Kings. Kaapo Kapanen is going to get the start here for the Sharks. And you know what? He's picked up his play lately, and so have the Sharks. You look at this Sharks team, winners of 5 of the last 10 hockey games, and they've gotten points in, 6 of the last 7 hockey games. Playing some pretty good hockey, these Sharks. And you know what? I'm going to take the Sharks here to beat the Kings. I'm going to take them on the money line. I'm not even going to take the goal and a half. I think the Sharks can win this outright. Here's a little stat for you. The Sharks, 10-0 in the last 10 versus the Kings when the Kings are following a game up, following overtime, and they have to come into San Jose. Kings are 0-10. Last trips into San Jose following an overtime game. With the Sharks here in this one, all the value. I'm not a fan of Riddick. I think I remember Riddick when he played for Calgary a few years back, and man, was he a sieve. He could be a sieve here again. I think the Sharks team gets to him and gets himself a nice 2 times our money going with the Sharks here on this one on Tuesday night.
All right, we got Rod here on the Sharks plus 220 here against the Kings. The Kings team that went back east, came back for a 1-game trip and then on the road for 2. I think that's in a tough scheduling spot. You come home, play 1 home game on the road again. I count that as a road game. So a lot of travel here for the Kings here of late in December.
Yeah, lots of travel for the Kings. Sure, don't let that road record fool you. They have played a lot of hockey in the last couple of weeks as well, and it's starting to catch up with them. As I said, goalie injury. So, it's Riddick in this one. It'll be, I thought Talbot was going to start in this one for sure, but I guess I'm going to save Talbot for tomorrow's game. So, Riddick in this one tonight, he's confirmed. It'll be Talbot tomorrow in the first half of back-to-back. Got to go home and play Seattle after this one. So, tough spot for the Kings. Getting a rougher part of their schedule, and I think it's showing after their hot start. I think the Sharks can get them. Sharks play some really scrappy hockey.
Yeah.
Teams are deep on the Sharks. I like this price of 2-1. It's not the 3-1 we were getting before. Looks of taking a little bit of beating with the Sharks. You're up over 345 units the last 10 games if you've just been betting the Sharks outright to win. So I think the place to be here. Let's take the Sharks.
Yeah, I think the Sharks. The Kings are having issues trying to get pucks in the net. They look kind of flat in that Seattle game. I guess the defense bailed them out, or maybe Seattle's just not in the form. Well, we know they're not in the form they were the last couple of seasons.
No, and that one on the weekend they just said, and guess what? Because they have to play tomorrow night. They have to play Seattle again. Seattle's sitting there waiting for them to play, going, we'll get you this time.
That could be another revenge spot there. As we know, the Kings kind of shaky on that home ice. We saw that when they returned from that trip, losing there to Winnipeg there at home. So Rod here on the Sharks here, plus 220 against the LA Kings. Any other bonus you have on this game today, Rod?
On this game, I would leave in the under. I think we get a few goals. I also, you know what I like? I like this. Here's a goal scorer. It's a double Connor goal scorers prop. Take Connor McDavid to get an anytime goal, and take Connor Bedard to get an anytime goal. The double Connor goal in the NHL tonight.
There you go, from Rod Zawacky, getting the extra plays here from Rod. All right, Rod, we'd like to take a look here on a Tuesday on the early opening lines here from the NFL. Anything really catch your attention?
The biggest one that jumps out is all of a sudden the Bills are 12.5-point favorites on the road. How many times have we seen the Bills on the road and 12.5-point favorites get pantsed? I don't know. It is the Chargers, and we see what the Chargers did against the Raiders. So is it one of those spots where it might be just a touch too much? Do you think the Chargers can actually bounce back off of that beatdown? I don't know. Or are they completely checked out? I can see why it is 12.5, but that was the one that it jumped out. It was like, holy man, Buffalo laying 12.5. I'm still bruised from the times they beat me this season. This Buffalo team. It's like, that was the one that really jumped out. And then I don't know. Seattle favored on the road now. I don't know about that one. I think Tennessee at home here is the place to be in that one. You want to give me the home dog? That's the one. Another one that jumped out at me. Yeah, Seattle on the road all of a sudden favored. What? Drew Lock got a nice. He made a nice drive at the end, and they got themselves the win. Those Eagles. If you're an Eagles fan, you better watch out. Your defense is looking a little bit shaky coming down the stretch here. I think your offense will be fine, but that defense, looking a little shaky. You might be lucky because you have a soft schedule. You got a soft schedule to finish the season. 2 with the Giants and with the Skins, I think. So pretty soft schedule coming down the stretch. So you should be able to get yourself into the playoffs. But still, that defense looks human.
Yeah, it really does. There is a triple header on Christmas Day. Raiders getting 10. Big lines here. Raiders getting 10, Giants getting 12, and of course the game at night, which everyone's going to get used to. Christmas night, Ravens at 49ers. What a matchup that's going to be.
What a matchup. It's tough loss for the Ravens, as you said, with the running back McKinnon.
Gibbs? Not Gibbs. What's his? No, that Gibbs is
Gibbs.
Lions.
So it's that where did I write it down? Anyways, he's out. The rookie was been running it up and complete torn ACL. Not just a little partial torn or anything. He's completely torn. He's out for the year. For sure. That's tough loss there. But next man up is what the Ravens have done all season. They've had some injuries and have done next man up. But you're going against a 49ers team that just looks the best team in the NFL right now. I'd have to put them as number 1 in my power rankings, this 49er team. Who's going to beat them? I don't know. We'll find out here. We'll see what Baltimore looks like. That's going to be a great game. Christmas Day Eve, like doubleheader that day. 3 games on Christmas Day, but one that was really, really good. The other one, I don't know. That Chiefs and Raiders.
Keaton Mitchell was the running back. Keaton Mitchell.
Mitchell, that's it. Mitchell.
Yeah.
I knew it started with an M. Mitchell was the running back. Yeah, torn ACL. They're just the Raiders and the Chiefs. I don't know if I want to let them. Anyway, those teams always seem to be closer, tighter games. It's probably a 7-point game with the Chiefs winning that one.
Yep,
I would lean the Raiders early. That's a lot of points in the divisional battle. The Giants, well, it's the Giants. Do I want to lay that many with the Eagles?
Oh, goodness. Oh, you know what they do? It's Christmas, so you don't want to be a Santa Claus. Don't come in your Santa suit on Christmas Day in Philadelphia.
In Philadelphia, yeah.
Yeah.
Come with Santa.
Don't bring your Santa suit, okay? Keep it at home, because you know what happens with
Don't
Santa
keep
suit in Philadelphia, right? They boo Santa Claus. They boo Santa
They
Claus,
boost Santa Claus.
right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, they do. Don't wear your Santa suit in Philly
Not
on
at
Christmas Day.
That's right. All right. Look at the line moves there. Of course, Thursday night we got the Saints and Rams. Boy, a lot of respect on that Rams now, right?
Well, they've been playing some pretty good football, haven't they?
Yeah.
And the Saints? Yeah, they're the Saints.
on
they
the
had a
road.
good week. They finally got themselves a win. Congratulations, Carr. What was Carr, 9-26 ATS or something? He's been awful. So congratulations to you. He's a 30%er. He got himself a win.
Yep, he did. All right, Rod on the Sharks here, plus 220 against the Kings, 10:30 Eastern Time, ESPN Plus there. All right, Rod, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs for tonight's action. Big ice night tonight, 11 on the ice. We got 4 on the NBA. We got the bowl game tonight as well. A lot of college hoops. Rod already in the pay window with the one earlier today. Great results from Rod here in college football as well as hoops. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
And over at Pick Dogs Premium, I got a triple in college basketball. Like I said, 1-0 to start the day there. We're going to keep the winning season going. You know, when you're looking for college hoops, I got a 3-pack there. I have my 10-star play of the day. We hit it with Calgary yesterday. We're going to keep it rolling there. 103 and 77 the last 180 on my 10-star pick of the day. You can pick it up singly or grab my Tackle the Bookie Tuesday package and you get 5 plays. 2 college basketball, 2 plays on the ice, and my solo play in the NBA. All scooped up there. Or grab a week pass. Use that promo code PICK at checkout. Save 15% off your purchases. Or there's also the 2-for-1 capper deal. Can't go wrong. 2 heads always better than 1. It's also 3, 4, 5, or even 6 cappers for 1 over there at Pick Dogs Premium. Head on over and let's crush the bookies as we head into Christmas. Filling our pockets with cash. That's what we're doing this week, Tony.
So make it a green Christmas.
Make it a green Christmas. I can't make it a white Christmas because I ain't got no white here, so let's make it a green Christmas and take the bookies' money.
Absolutely.
Our
Make
money.
it a green. That's right. Make it a green Christmas and basically pay all your bills. Here this month.
Exactly. Draw me for the week and we'll take the bookies' money.
That's right. Use that promo code PICK at checkout. Save that 15% off. All right, Rod, as always, great having a show. But we let everybody know about your video series, NHL video series. You cover the NFL, and you cover the NHL A to Z.
Yeah, cover the NHL from A to Z and then parlay included. So definitely go check out the archive videos for tonight's NHL action. Love that parlay for tonight. Also, like, subscribe. That way you get notified when the next videos drop. Only 3 tomorrow, but they'll be dropped shortly. So definitely go check those out as we've been rolling right along in some hockey. Finding some nice dog prices and getting some nice winners on the ice. So jump aboard. Appreciate each and every one of you. So have yourself a huge, massive night. Let's get some more winners.
Yeah,
Crush these bookies.
Indeed, get some winners there. All right, Rod, have yourself a great evening. We got there. Okay, the deer. You guys always check the hat because you get there's different ways to get the bonuses, right? You got to stay alert here.
First half.
First half.
First quarter. First half. They're good to go. Second half, they usually choke it away, but I don't think they do tonight. I think it's triple play Bucks. First quarter, first half, full game. Bucks roll. We don't fear the deer tonight. We roll.
There you go. That's right. It's deer hunting season, but the deer is the one. This one's gonna get away. This one can avoid.
Our deer are smart. They know when it's hunting season. They come into town, and so what happens is when the deer come into town, you can't shoot them because they're in town.
Right.
So once you reach the city limits, that's it. And they know it. Down southern Alberta, they know. You gotta watch, especially down in Medicine Hat when you go down there. Oh man, deer everywhere in the streets. Holy man, they know it, and they just pop lock it. And they're like, ah. They almost laugh. I swear.
They laugh. That's right. They do laugh. So that's there you go. All right, Rod. Enjoy the night. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow.
Definitely have yourself a good one, everybody. Catch you guys tomorrow.
You got it. Rod Zawacky here on the drive too. Let's continue on here in the show, guys. We'll recap here now, and then we'll get to my pick because we're getting near the recap hour. So let's recap it. We had Alex here on the Flyers Devils under 6.5. We had Tony Brown on the Pelicans laying the 7 in this, and we also had Jay with the Trailblazers plus 7.5 against the Suns. Wayne was on the Spurs plus 16.5 against the Bucks. Rod says Sharks plus 220 against Kings. I'll be on South Dakota here plus the 5 against Bakersfield in that one. And what I like the most here, it's hard not to like the Trailblazers there with Jay, the way we talked about there today. All right. Let's continue on here on the drive-thru. We're going to this Bakersfield game. We just gave you the pick, and we're going to tell you why we like this one. Look at Bakersfield shooting, man. Oh, my God. What a miserable shooting numbers that Bakersfield has. I mean, they're 301st in the nation on the defensive side, but the offense, oh, my God, they're hitting just 26% from three, 48% inside. Away from home, the Coyotes are hitting 46%. And the Coyotes are making nearly 40% from the three-point line. They defend the perimeter and the interior well. So we're going to go ahead and take the South Dakota Coyotes here, +5 against Bakersfield. All right, guys, check out Pick Dogs Premium. I have a 3-pack up there on the board right now. Bowl game bundled with 2 from the NBA, so get on board. You can also get on board with my long-term pass. I have a 3, 7, or 30-day sports pass. Get all my premium plays for that time period. Just like when you go to my handicapper page, make that purchase. Remember the promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save that 15% off. Multi-cap promotions as well will save you even more money. So go ahead and get signed up. Having a pretty good NBA season. So check me out there. All right, let's continue on. Jay Bella says he likes the Pelicans. Grizz bench is horrendous. Yep, that is right. Says Jay Bala. We went through that. Of course, Ramon likes the Blazers in there as well. Lots of good contributions here from the folks in the chat. All right, you got my pick. Let's go back and let everybody know that's going to do it for this edition of the Drive-Thru, guys. Make sure you tune in again tomorrow live here at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring our cappers from Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place. They'll go off their place for here on the show. Remember to always get started with that morning show during the week, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. You got Mitch, you got Jay, you got Chris. Of course, the video series here on Pick Dogs. Mitch's 7 picks in 5 minutes. Betting tool shows. Roundtable discussion with the professionals. Also, we got Jay with his rundown from the NFL, NBA. Chris, of course, with his NHL wraparound. We also have Rod. We just talked about Rod, NHL video series. He covers the NHL A to Z. Also throws in a parlay for you. Also, we've got Romanelli with the college basketball as well as college football rundown videos. We've got our man Wayne here with his boxing video series as well. Don't forget about Brad Francis parlay video. Mills with the UFC rundown and his prop shop over at Pick Dogs. Of course, against the public betting here with Dana Lane. All access from Big Al. Also, Costi throwing in some sharp trading plays for you here on the channel as well. And lots of video series here. Nick Mencken, first half NBA, just to name a few. Tons of video series here, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications. So when these videos drop, you get them in real time to get the best numbers. All right, that's going to do it for this edition of the Drive-Thru, guys. Go ahead and bring in our crew from that. I'm going to wave goodbye to you guys. You guys